Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right. You tuned into another episode of the podcast where we give you our very own reviews and takes of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. Before we get to it, make sure you follow us on all socials on Instagram and X or Twitter at ViewerAnon on Facebook, VA Pod Watch Group on YouTube at Viewers Anonymous. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And join up with us on Patreon at patreon.com/Viewers Anonymous. Become a viewer for the low price of $2.99 every month. You can get all our behind the scenes episodes. You can get all of the extra content that we give out there on Patreon. And last but not least, make sure you are listening to us or watching us on Spotify. If you are listening to us and you want to watch us, Spotify is the best way to do it. So make sure you do that. Also follow us on Spotify as well. What's up, my guy?
Can't call it, man. Just had a eventful day today. You know what I'm saying? Took the boys out on the town a little bit. But other than that, man, chilling. Just glad I didn't have to work this weekend and here to get I would say a interesting pod.
Yeah.
That we got today.
To say the least.
But yeah. But how about you, man? How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? It's been a very, very busy work week, but a very busy week too. So I've been trying to, you know what I'm saying, get a whole bunch of stuff going and moving and shaking. Been ripping and running all week. Today was my only off day. I've been watching this show called Vice Principals on Max with Danny.
Sounds like a comedy.
It is. It definitely is. But it got Danny McBride and Walter Goggins. Hey, bro, this is one of the greatest shows ever made, bro. This shit is so funny, bro. It's about these two vice principals who are fighting for the opportunity to be principal at this school. I think it's in either North Carolina or South Carolina. It's in one of them. But the school is called North Jackson. So basically, the whole point of this show is that the former principal is he retiring because I think like his wife died or his daughter died or whatever. So, you know, he giving it up. He just want to, you know, go live his life now. And so Danny McBride, Walter Goggins, they co-vice principals. And so now, like, it's one of their opportunities to, like, get the principal position. So they've been beefing with each other this whole time over trying to get this principal position. And so finally, the principal retired or whatever, and the head of the district or whatever is talking to him, and they think they about to get their spot, but he hired a whole new principal. So these niggas team up to get the principal fired, so one of them can become the principal. Bro, this shit is hilarious. This shit is funny as fuck, bro. Then at the end of the first season, Danny McBride, his character gets shot. Because they done got the old principal fired. So they think it's the old principal. So this nigga done went to go find her and threatened her and shit. And she was like, I ain't had nothing to do with that shit. She was like, I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. She was like, but the fact that you got shot, she was like, I heard about it and I was happy. She said, because that's what you motherfuckers deserve. Both of y'all need to be shot. So the whole time in season 2, he trying to figure out who shot him. But Walter Goggins, his character, ended up becoming the principal. So now Danny McBride is the vice principal and shit. These niggas don't never be at the school, bro. These niggas they ain't never at the school. So, and then they got this little area with train tracks and shit that they go to and shit. I don't know why they go there, but that's like their little area that they go to by the school. So these niggas, this nigga Walter Goggins, they were talking about him in the teachers' lounge, and they were spying on all the teachers. So he was like, "Oh, they don't like me. They don't love me." This nigga took these motherfuckers to the train tracks, bro, and fired them instead of just firing them at the school. Hey, bro, this show is crazy, bro. This show is amazing, though.
Oh,
But this is one of the funniest shows that I've seen, bro. It was a part of the I don't know if it was like a deal or whatever, but or I don't know if he still got it. But Danny McBride has done shows for like HBO Max for the minute. Um, his first one was Eastbound and Down about the baseball pitcher, and that one was real good. But this one came out after that one, and then now he got Righteous Gemstones. I don't know if you
okay.
watch that, but that shit is funny as hell too. But it's a lot of the people in the shows is people that he done worked with, you know what I'm saying, over the time. But yeah, this shit is amazing, bro. This shit is amazing. Walter Goggins, bro, I gotta give him credit. I know we seen him in a whole bunch of stuff, but when it comes to comedy, hey, this dude he kills it. He kills it every time. If y'all don't know who Walter Goggins is, he was in Django Unchained. He was the dude that Django was going back and forth with when they first got to Candyland.
Okay.
And then he was the I forgot what his character's name was in the Hateful Eight. But remember when they was in the cabin?
I know you talking about.
He sat
I
down with
know
the
you
old
talking
man and
about.
he was bigging them up and all that shit. It's him. And
Yep.
him and Samuel at the end, they was working with each other to kill everybody. Is him. Watch the guy.
I don't like that guy. It's like every movie he played, I do not like him.
Bro, I'm telling you. I don't know if it might just be movie, but watching him in TV is hilarious.
But he has like, you could tell he got like a sense of humor,
Yes.
but it's like he's always kind of like a racist dude, kind of like,
yeah.
you want to
in these shows, he's not though.
Okay.
Like
I know you talking about.
If you watch him in The Righteous Gemstones, bro, oh my god, bro, he kills it. He plays the Gemstones uncle, and they call this nigga Baby Billy. He got a show called Baby Billy's Bible Bunkers, bro.
Oh man,
Walter Goggins is killing it for TV for sure, but he doing this thing in movies, but TV when it comes to comedy, yeah, he's a mainstay for sure, bro. But today we have a I really don't even know where this episode is gonna go. I'll be honest with you guys. It's a very interesting episode. I'll say that. The movie that we're covering today is 1992. Starring Tyrese and Ray Liotta, Scott Eastwood. Man, the cast is crazy. I'm trying to think any more notable names in here. Well, them the only ones I know. But
yeah, most part, yeah.
But 1992, it was released in 2002. I didn't know that.
2022.
22, thank you. It was released in 2022. I always do that. But it was released in 2022. Now, I will say this. I remember Tyrese going to the Breakfast Club and they talked about this movie. And this was like fairly recent. And I thought that this movie was like coming out. I didn't know this movie was already out and they talked about it. So yeah, that's a surprise on me. But basically, a quick synopsis is that this movie is about a factory worker who is
an ex-con. Make sure you put that in there.
Yeah,
just got out 6 months.
He's an ex-con. He's a gang member. And at the beginning of the 1992 riots, after the what is that nigga's name?
The verdict of Rodney.
Rodney King. After the Rodney King verdict, yep, thank you. After the Rodney King verdict, the riots start popping off, and basically he has his son because I think his mom and his grandma died or something like that.
I believe they died. Yeah.
Yeah.
From the way they kind of put it. Because they said an accident, but they didn't say if they were dead or not.
Right. So he basically gets custody of his son, and basically he's trying to, I guess, do the right thing now. And he going to work, riots start popping off. So he asked his boss, can he stay there with his son? You know what I'm saying? Overnight while the riots is going off. And at the same time all that is happening, Scott Eastwood is on the other side of the city planning a heist with his family. And they pretty much run into each other because the heist is at Tyrese's job. What a coincidence. All right. Where the fuck do we start? Because, hey, man, not a fan.
Okay. All right. So the interesting part about it is just the fact of the reason. So, all right. So I don't even really know where to start because there are so many like dynamics in this. Now, don't get me wrong. There are things to have a deep dive in, right? And one of the things was the dynamic between, you know what I'm saying, what's his name? Between Mercer and his son, right?
Yeah.
Because he holds resentment for his dad because he wasn't there growing up. And then also he felt that he was good with his grandmother and his mother.
Right.
And apparently, like I said, all they say is an accident. And so he has resentment for him because he has more of a tighter leash on him. But I get it for multiple reasons, because it's like, all right, now you really stand in the hood. That's number one. Number two, this dude was in the streets, just got out 6 months previous. So he's like, yo, I don't want the same shit to happen to you that you know what I'm saying, that happened to me.
Right.
So I can understand the teenager being upset, like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, let me hang out with my friends, let me do this, do that, whatever. But also you got this whole verdict shit that's supposed to be happening that day. So he's like, yo, go to school, bring your ass home.
Right.
And it's like, he's like, man, fuck that, man. I want to kick it with my friends. So I get this, the whole dynamic between them, understanding that like this boy is a teenager wanting to be treated like a man, and then you have a man who has had multiple mistakes, obviously, for him being in the game, getting locked up, getting out. But it's like he's getting out and he's on the right track. He has a job, you know what I'm saying, and he has his son. But it's like they don't
have no type of connection. They don't have no type of relationship.
Yeah, because he wasn't there when he was growing up. So I thought the dynamic between them two was interesting to start the movie that way, which at least I thought it was. Because
I didn't. I think that first and foremost, it threw the whole movie off. Okay, because all you see is him walking in there, and he like, wake up. So he trying to wake his son up. At first, I didn't know it was his son. I figured it was like his little brother or something. I didn't know. So he like, wake up. Dude, look at the clock. He like, yeah, I remember, I ain't like to wake up for school neither. I made you some breakfast. He like, man, school is an hour and a half away from you waking me up, my nigga. They go in there, they eating breakfast, and they just sitting there, and then this nigga just break out like, I just want to let you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be a tough time. We can make it through this though. We all we got. I know you don't want to be here, but you gotta be here. The type shit. So I'm like, okay, where the fuck did that come from? Because they didn't even establish that these two niggas ain't even kicking it like that already. So I'm like, all right, that was a little bit weird. So he like, yeah, I'd rather stay with grandma and my mom. Well, they ain't here no more. So basically, nigga, you gonna have to deal with it or you gonna get over it because I'm your daddy. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's his son. Established. Cool, right? So then this nigga go, man, what the fuck ever. Don't cuss in my house. You know what I'm saying? While you in here, you ain't no man. I'm trying to raise a boy to be a man. You respect, but I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on? What is this? What is happening right now? This is how we start the movie off? So I'm like, okay, I'll rip this shit is already fucked up. Because what are we doing? Like, nigga, this is a horrible way to start a movie.
Yeah, my dude put some eggs in his mouth, and then once his pops done pissed him off, he done spit the shit out. I was like, yo.
So
hey, that's stupid.
So then
go to school hungry just because you pissed off.
Come on, bro. So then, you know what I'm saying? My nigga go out to school. My nigga, you know what I'm saying? Mercer, he out on his day-to-day on his way to work. This nigga go to the store. So nigga walking in the store, he getting the shit. Old man at the counter trying to, I don't know what the fuck the old man at the counter was doing. Two niggas walk in, move, man. You know what I'm saying? We try to get something. Just push the old man out the way. We need some Phillies. The motherfucker at the register obviously didn't speak English because they didn't know. Nah, man, not them. Nigga, we said Phillies. Don't you speak English? Mercer say, hey, man, y'all need to chill. Nigga, who the fuck you talking to? Nigga, pull out a gun. How that feel, nigga? How that feel, nigga? Some random nigga walks in. Y'all know who that is? Huh? Nigga, that's OG, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, the only reason you find the flag, nigga, because of that nigga like right there. I'm like, okay, it's a lot of information being thrown at us in a very short span of time. Very short span of time. So he says nothing. Pay for his shit while dude giving him the lecture of a lifetime. He paid for his shit. He just start walking out. Come to his car, some random nigga walks up. Man, when you get out, shit, like 3 months ago. Well, I ain't getting no phone call. Yeah. Well, it's that way, huh? Yeah, I guess it is. All right. Well, you have a great day. You have a great day too. This nigga just drive off. Nobody knows the fuck that guy is. So on his way to work, this nigga is listening to fucking
what was that? That was
I know a place. In the middle of
I'll take you there.
Yeah, he just turn it up. First off, how old is this nigga? Because now I'm confused.
Well, you got to remember, I was confused because he said this ain't because when him and his son was talking later in the movie, he said I was your age during the Watts riots in '68.
Right.
So this is '92.
How old is this nigga? That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, wait a minute.
This nigga was a teenager in '68.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
I know black don't crack, but come on, fam.
Hey, bro,
you gotta be 50.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I don't think they wrote this shit right. Like,
I was in high school during the Watts riots, nigga. It's 1992. The nigga gotta be 45, 50, whatever. All right, cool. The nigga get to the job. He talking to old boy. Old boy just break down. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I used to be in the military, but I fucked up. So I got this job to make sure other niggas like me don't fuck up. Give you guys second chances. Niggas just like, yeah, everybody deserves second chances.
No. He was a cop.
Whatever he was, I thought he was a security guard.
No, because remember they was looking at. Well, he is a security guard now, but he used to be a cop,
right?
Because they were showing the cops walking into the courtroom for the verdict, and he was like, "Man, those are your boys right there." And he was like, "Man, that was your boys of mine."
I don't know why I thought military, but for some odd reason I felt like he was in the military. So the nigga go, you know what I'm saying, giving you niggas second chances. He like, yeah, everybody deserves second chances. Mind you, they live in LA. Nigga like, yeah, I got them Dodger tickets. Man, you don't go on, nigga walk off, fucking Dodgers. Who in LA don't like the Dodgers, my nigga? What are we talking about? Is this nigga an Angels fan? Is this nigga a Mighty Ducks fan? Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? So anyway, we can stop there. Over it. A lot of shit happens. I don't know what's going on. All I know is this nigga got out of jail. Apparently, he's a high-ranking gang member. He got a son, nigga old as shit, and he work at a factory. I'm like, all right, cool. Next thing you know, Scott Eastwood pops up on my goddamn screen. All right, cool. This nigga is talking to some black dude outside. Yeah, you know, we got to get this job done, man. All right, man. Well, I'm going to talk to the old man. Well, shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you should talk, man. I'm going to talk to the old man and see what he says about it. All right. But it's the last time, man. Yeah, it's the last time. Walk off. He go get Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta is there. They in the truck, scoping out, breaking down what's about to happen. Ray Liotta say, this is a stupid fucking idea. Scott Eastwood says, "Yeah, well, I'm tired of doing small time jobs. This is my last one, okay? And I'm fucking out." Ray Liotta's like, "Nigga, take me home. This is done." Okay, you sit up here trying to rob this motherfucking. You trying to rob this motherfucking safe and shit for what? Anyway,
for a plat.
come on, man. So yeah, I'm sitting here like the character building in this is horrible. I don't know why the fuck Scott Eastwood just randomly. We didn't get no background on Scott Eastwood. We just know that this nigga whole family is bank robbers apparently. You know what I'm saying? And they just steal shit.
Well, they just steal shit. I don't know if they rob banks because he's like, he told him, man, I'm tired of doing small pawn shops. It's like, damn, y'all just robbing pawn shops in LA. Like what the fuck is going on? Yeah, listen, the character development is terrible, right? Like they give you like little pieces or whatever, whatnot. But so let's take a little small break from that and just like to think about 1992 as what 1992 was.
Yeah.
So you have the first time where black people have been saying for decades the treatment that they've been getting from the police. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, because people, you gotta understand 1992, like there ain't no camera phones and ain't none of that type shit. So, you know, they just been saying all this time, like, man, the police is mistreating us. You know, they had the whole thing where you remember when damn, why I can't forget. I forget what that police chief name was. Where he was calling people what?
Talking about Furman? No, Furman.
No, he was just a cop. He was just a cop. I think that was Daryl Clark, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, so calling people white and no black and normals because it was a whole thing of like where they were doing the chokehold of black people, and then that police chief tried to say that, oh well, black people, you know, we ain't normal basically, and say that, you know, we can't take the chokes like white people take the chokes and all this little stupid ass shit. So anyway,
that nigga was a freak.
Finally, so finally, you know, the Rodney King get pulled over. Finally caught on camera. And a lot of the feeling from the black community at this time is like they was really feeling, you know what I'm saying, relief. Like finally we got these dudes on camera. Like it's about time. Like we've been trying to tell y'all for decades that the police is beating us, they're mistreating us, all of this shit. So these cops go in and they get found not guilty on all accounts but one.
Yep.
And so everyone knew, even they knew, if something is going down. So what the police did was they're like, so what we gonna do is we're gonna protect downtown. That's it. We don't give a fuck what y'all do.
Yeah,
y'all just ain't fucking up downtown. So all the units stayed downtown, and black people had free reign to do whatever the fuck they want for some hours, bro.
Yeah,
it's like to see the amount of documentaries, the amount of movies that even cover this shit.
Yeah,
it's like anytime you think about 1992 in LA, this always get brought up, and you get different, and you also get different accounts of it too. It's like,
yo, this is OJ happened after this.
After, yeah,
okay,
yeah. The murders were 94.
Okay, this way after.
Yeah. So it's just now the one thing that is brilliant about what they was trying to do was to try to do a robbery in the middle of there's no police presence.
No, it's not. This is the dumbest fucking idea by any set of criminals ever, bro. What are we talking about?
I'm saying to rob something because
that was everybody
was robbing shit though. Everybody, well, they was stealing TVs and shit.
That's
but I'm pretty sure
if you was going to rob, now this is where they should have started hitting pawn shops because they could have cleaned up and it would have been None of this shit would have happened at this. You went to go rob a safe.
Well, but this is the thing. They were white, except one guy. White people was catching hell at this time. You was just in the wrong area and you was getting beat the fuck down. So
they would have been AO fucking K. They'd have been all right. They'd have been all right. You know what I'm saying? All they had to do was go at night, go hit the little spots, and get the fuck out of there. It was good. Don't go during the daytime. In the daytime, they can see you a white man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. These are not smart criminals. This nigga, he sees this shit. Scott Eastwood. First off, I don't like his name. His name is Riggin.
Yeah, who? His name? What? Mercer Bay?
Nah, Mercer cool. Riggin. What's Riggin spelled backwards? Look at Riggin and see what it is spelled backwards. Come on, come on, man. What we doing, man?
His brother name is Dennis. What happened?
Come on, man. So these motherfuckers, this nigga Scott Eastwood, because I'm not gonna call him Riggin. I'm sorry. Scott Eastwood decides, it's a riot going. First off, the riot didn't even kick off all the way. The riot didn't even start yet. They just know that some shit is happening. This nigga says, this is the perfect opportunity for us. The perfect opportunity. Sir, the verdict just came in.
Hey, he knew.
Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
He already knew.
You mean tell me as soon as the verdict happened, niggas just start popping off and the riot already in full effect? Come on, bro.
Hey, you saw the tension? Nah, because he was looking at the TV and like it had already started to the point where the people was already like trashing cars that was driving by, and you know what I'm saying?
Man,
all types of shit like that.
They showed that scene. Where the dude was announcing the verdict. They was all watching the TV at the same time. And the dude said the verdict. And then they cut. Once they cut to the fucking streets, everybody was already fully riding. That's not how that shit popped off. That's not how it popped off at all. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit happened like that. Then my nigga Antoine, he in the house. He heard a whole bunch of noise going on outside. Mind you, he wanted to be in the streets kicking it with his friends early. He goes outside. He see everybody wilding. He see them, you know what I'm saying, basically stopping the car and harassing the white man in the car. He hears some glass break. This nigga run in the house instantly. Okay, so we know he ain't about that life. Your dad was right to keep your ass in the house. Okay, because you're not meant for this life. If glass breaking is scaring you, my nigga, keep your ass at home and at school. So that's one thing I seen. I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? That's where it should have happened right there. It should have gave it some time in between this nigga deciding that they was going to go ahead and pull the heist off. I just thought that was weird. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like I said, everything about this movie is just, I don't know. It felt like it was just thrown together.
The script is definitely thrown together.
Yeah,
I mean, like even little shit like when he decided to do it, you know what I'm saying? He picks up his black friend. They get together
with his pregnant girlfriend or wife, by the way.
Yeah,
come on.
And so now one thing that you can tell is he don't fuck with his dad, and the black dude don't really fuck with his dad, because obviously they have worked together, and some shit must have didn't go down well in the
Ray
past.
Liotta never plays a fucking role that you can trust him.
Damn, man, if you think about it, like, even his last movie, Cocaine Bear. Damn. Yo, he was the snitch in Goodfellas.
Yep. Every movie Ray Liotta plays in, he plays a role where you cannot trust his character.
Damn, I ain't even think of that.
Yeah.
That's a good
By the
observation.
way, rest in peace to Ray Liotta, one of the
definitely
actors of our time, because he did some great fucking work. But the roles that he played, the characters, you cannot trust them.
Facts. I ain't even think about it that way. Now I'm gonna look at Ray Liotta different than everything I see him in now.
Every time you see him, just know
yeah,
he about to give you a plot twist every time.
Yes, every time. So they pull up and he's like, Scott Eastwood's like, man, nah, we don't want him. He was like, yo, he's my security blanket. He don't go, I don't go, all this shit. So they riding and all the people tearing shit up. And they like, dude said, why are they tearing up all the stores and all this little shit? And he was like, he said something about like it's because they don't own none of it. And then he say something to the black guy or something. And he was like, don't you agree with that? And this is like,
that's what he said in 1992. You know what I also seen? I seen the sign out there when Antoine went outside. And nigga said, he had a sign that said end white privilege. Nobody was saying that in 1992. I just want to let niggas know that. Nobody said nothing about white privilege in 1992. We was strictly calling it racism.
Man, look. So these people, like, I thought it was interesting that when it comes to Tyrese, I've come to the conclusion that he is a bad movie dad. This motherfucker always get his kids kidnapped. Oh, he don't take care of them.
Not in Baby Boy.
Every movie.
Okay, never mind. You said not take care of them. You're right. I about to say because in Baby Boy, he just wasn't. He was just a selfish ass nigga.
Like I'm sitting here, and the only thing I could think of is waist deep. It's like, but you always losing your son, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Tyrese is a bad lead actor.
You know what? When you put it that way, yes. Lead, yes.
Bad lead actor. Now, as an actor altogether, he pretty decent. But as a lead, no.
I think the last time he did like really, really good as like a co-lead was Too Fast, Too Furious. I thought he was hilarious in that shit. But that's me. That's me. But it's like the thing is like he's Tyrese is a great six man, a great role player. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Like
great.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to cut him some bail here, man. Like I don't want to
be honest. Let's tell the truth. The truth will set you free, my brother.
Okay, man. Look, he's a good role player. Okay,
he's an all right role player. I don't even want to say good.
Why are you doing Tyrese like this, man?
Because it's the truth. We have to start. You know what? Fuck it. Tyrese is a bad actor.
Damn, we going there. Okay.
Name a role that Tyrese is in where you was like, damn, boy, he killed that shit.
Fast and the Furious franchise.
Nope, he didn't. Ludacris outshined him.
Oh no, man, Tyrese be funny, man.
No, he doesn't. But listen,
because he's stupid, man.
Listen, there's not a movie that you can watch Tyrese in and you are going to be wowed. I promise you, there's not. Baby Boy. The only reason Baby Boy is such a great movie is because everybody else in the film. If you think about the most memorable moments in Baby Boy, how many of those are because of Tyrese?
True. And I'm sitting here like looking at his catalog now, and it's kind of like
Transformers. He didn't do nothing too much in Transformers. In the Fast and the Furious, he always is the butt of the joke in Fast and the Furious. And what else was he in? Waist Deep. Waist Deep, he was horrible in Waist Deep.
I mean, look, it's not looking well for him.
He don't do good until Megan Good start getting in the movie.
What about Four Brothers?
Mark Wahlberg did a phenomenal job. Andre 3000 outshined him. And whatever the other dude, he don't even matter because he almost got killed. And what's the dude's name in the movie, bro? Fuck. The bad guy in the film.
Mercer. His name was Mercer.
No, their last name was Mercer.
Oh, wait a minute. No, you're right.
The bad guy, the Chet 12, whatever his name is. But
his name was I got you. Victor Sweet.
Victor Sweet, yeah. Victor Sweet was the star of the show.
Especially
Bitch, get down there and have a meal with your man. The most hilarious line in the motherfucking movie. But no, there's nothing that Tyrese has been in where you was like, man, Tyrese in that, I gotta go see that. Like,
man, you know what? I didn't want to do it like this.
Nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to do it like this.
He's just a bad actor. He's not a good actor. I understand that, you know what I'm saying, he's grandfathered in by now, and like he's a great singer. He's an amazing singer. You know what I'm saying? Like singing is you will never get me to say that this nigga can't sing or he don't got no hits or none of that. Tyrese music catalog is impeccable. His film catalog, I feel like it would have been a better thing if he was to do movies where he was a singer. Like how they did Beyonce starting off.
Yeah, like Cadillac Records and Dream Girl and all that.
Not Preacher's Wife. What's the one song with her and Cuba Gooding Jr.?
I know what you're talking about.
But shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When she was in Austin Powers, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That's how they should have started him off. Because it's really not his thing, bro. I know he's from LA, and that's another thing too. Quit putting movies with this nigga in LA. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, this is just another way around. Like it's like it really he was like the same guy really in Waist Deep. He was really like the same guy.
And fat. I'm gonna tell you the differences. In Waist Deep, in Baby Boy, and in this, he's the same person, right? In Fast and Furious, he's the same person but with money.
But in Fast and the Furious, I think he has a purpose. I think in the other movies, he don't really have a purpose.
Okay, quick question. What does he do in Fast and Furious?
I mean, what they tell him to do.
No.
I mean,
no. Right? Like Dominic Toretto is a long-time criminal. You know what I'm saying? Brian was a cop. You know what I'm saying? Ludacris was a hacker. What was Tyrese? Who was Roman? What did Roman do? Nobody knows, bro. I promise you, nobody knows. As a matter of fact, if anybody can tell me what Roman did throughout that whole franchise, hit us up on socials and let us know. I promise you, nobody knows what Roman did in Fast and the Furious.
Man, I tell you what he did. After we take a quick intermission,
absolutely,
and tell people if they are tired of energy drinks that give you little to no results, then W Energy got you covered with a selection of energy or hydration drink mix. Got my cup still here, watermelon lemonade today. And they got different unique flavors for you that's great tasting. No jitters, no crash, zero sugar, zero filters, just clean energy.
That's right. With ingredients like coffee fruit extract and B vitamins, W is the best choice for energy or hydration. You can even get a cool shaker to mix your drink in, like the red ones that we have. You know what I'm saying? Boom shakalaka. Or You can even get one that has a cool design that's inspired by other creators, anime, and even video games. Right now, they have a cool collection with solo leveling, the anime. You can get a cool shaker with a design from them, or you can even get the inspired energy mixes that they have right now. But just head over to w.gg's and use code VAPOD. That's w.gg code VAPOD. Fuel up and stay focused with W.
All right. So on the last Fast and the Furious, he did lead a mission that ended up being a dummy mission, and the whole team got compromised, and his whole plan went to shit. So they did let him lead one mission,
So the niggas
and
is distraction.
and it got all screwed up.
But no, what did he do though?
Drive, man. That's all he did was drive.
No, man, no. The niggas a driver. That's it.
That's it.
On, man. Listen, everybody had a background in that film except for Tyrese, bro.
Well, they told you in the second one.
What?
Well, he drove at the Derby. Fucking Brian came and got him out, got the ankle bracelet taken off of him to go undercover for the one dude in Miami. The dude that no. Blogger came later. No, this was the guy that was with Eva Mendez. The second one.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's the second one. The second one,
I'm gonna go back and watch to figure out what this nigga did, bro. Because I promise you, this nigga has no background in this film. We don't know what he specialized in.
Oh well, you speak of that way, like because like they kind of told his background in the second one, because like him and Brian like grew up together, and then Brian ended up being a cop, and he ended up going to jail. So he ended up being a criminal.
Okay.
Yeah. He was on house arrest in the second one.
Man, Brian you been on house arrest for anything though. Like that ain't you been house arrest for trespassing. That don't mean you're a criminal. That's what I'm saying. Like Dominic Toretto real crime. Like this nigga do a heist. He's a thief. You know what I'm saying? Brian was working as a cop. Matter of fact, he was with the FBI, wasn't he? Or was that later?
That was later. Because
so
he was.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody had some type of thing that they specialized in. We didn't know what Roman specialized in. I'm telling you, Tyrese is a horrible actor. That's a hot take. Yeah.
That is hilarious. So these guys, like, they go in to do the heist, and like any heist in a movie, something has to go wrong.
Of course.
They pull up, and the security guard standing there getting something out of their vending machine. So they standing there looking at each other
because they didn't think it was gonna be a security guard there. That's what I'm saying. Like horrible. It's horrible. Scott Eastwood he don't know what the fuck he doing.
Exactly, because obviously if there's someone at the door, so then they try to fake a delivery. Oh, we got a delivery. Like it don't say we got a delivery. Oh man, look right here, and then. So if it's somebody at the gate, you don't think there's gonna be somebody on the inside.
Fuck that. So, nigga, you got delivery during a riot?
Yeah. Then they closed down, bro. They closed. Remember they let everybody go because of the verdict.
That's what I'm saying. So everybody know it's a fucking riot going on, apparently, because as soon as the verdict hit, the riot started already. They was already waiting for the verdict to hit to start rioting. They start rioting and y'all still working.
Well, no, the security.
I'm saying, as delivery people, y'all still working.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man. How did y'all get here without being rioted? Like, come the fuck on, bro. What is we talking about? A delivery van? You think the delivery van ain't gonna get stopped and rioted too, my nigga? They stealing TVs. It's all over TV. They doing everything. They stealing everything. But the delivery van got through the riots to come drop off the package. Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
So they go in there, and then the security go, look, man, I'm sorry. I don't care what type of do the right thing blood I got going through my veins. Mm-hmm. If I'm standing there and I'm at the vending machine, I get my snack, I look over to the right, and there's about 6 dudes looking like they about to rob the place. All right, do what y'all need to do. I'm gonna be over here.
Exactly.
I'm not reaching for a fucking weapon and getting shot over this fucking job, bro.
Not
Why
only
people
that, nigga, it's a riot going on. I'm not working at all. The fuck? You have an
why?
excuse.
Yeah, like fuck that. Like, do what y'all need to do. I didn't see shit. You know what I mean? I'm not reaching for any type of gun. So he reached for his gun and get shot the fuck up. So then they go in there. Not only do that go wrong, the dude didn't die.
Right.
End up hitting the fucking so they talked about it when they was in the van as a panic button. If the panic button get hit, that this thing goes over the vault and nobody can get it open until the police come and open it. So he hit the panic button, the thing starts to come down. Scott Eastwood think it's a great idea. Hey, let me go get the forklift, drive the forklift to catch this thing before it closes on the vault.
He don't know how
well. So everybody gets out of the way, except the one black guy who's still sitting there just drilling away, even though there's fucking lights flashing, all this type shit. This motherfucker still over here drilling, just drilling away. And then last second, they tell this motherfucker to move, and he get his leg ran over. So now he's sitting here with his foot and leg, sitting here dangling and shit. And so they got to cut his leg off because they said, yo, if we move, like, are we going to save a leg or are we going to make some money? So they're like, yo, fuck that leg. So they cut my dude leg off. So he's sitting over here all fucked up. So, so next thing you know, now, this is another thing they got me. So Tyrese, well, long story short, he goes home, son ain't there, gotta go out find him, runs into his OG again, and so he's like, yo, you need to grab this gun, man, and you need to come out here with us, and no, all the type shit. Said, nah, y'all need to help me find my son, fuck all that bullshit. Finds his son, start riding to the job. So then there's a fucking blockade up ahead.
Time out. Because out of all stupid things to be in the movie, why are we gangbanging during the riot? What the fuck is the purpose of this? Because I don't understand. I just don't understand, bro. I don't understand. You need to grab this gun and let's go out here gang bang, man. Let's go out here and hold it down. Hold what down, nigga? They are stealing things. Go steal something. go get you something. This nigga is a 24/7. You that hardcore? The one time you don't have to wave a flag or nobody cares about what color you got on at this point. Go get some shit and go home.
Oh fuck, bud.
The fuck are we gangbanging for? What are we protecting? What are we fucking what rule of street justice do we have to go out here and enforce right now? What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I know Tyrese was like, why is this in the script? This is such a stupid fucking point to make in the script.
I don't know, bud.
Let's go gangbang. No, nigga, my son is out here. I need to go find my son. That's way more important than flagging right now.
Nah, bro. Because Tyrese played in something else that was stupid like that too. But anyway, so so he's riding down the road. Now,
oh my goodness!
So him and his son is having a whole conversation about, he's angry. He has the right to be angry. Why they can't be out here getting all this shit. And that's where you have the older guy conversation who's been through shit and the younger boy that's filled with rage, right? Mm-hmm. So he's trying to talk sense into him, as in, look, I've been there, done that.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? It's really gonna lead you down a bad path. Even that whole thing of when he beat up those one guys for trying to rob them white people to their car and shit. So his son act like he never, and this is another thing. So he's telling me your son never heard anything about your reputation. Like he looked completely shocked that his dad could fight. like at all.
First off, the son is not the best actor neither. Okay, he's not the greatest actor either. First off, this nigga wanted to go steal shit. In the beginning of the movie, Tyrese, he specifically let this nigga know we both are around here in this little ass space. Where are you gonna put all this shit that you want to steal, brother? Y'all don't have enough space. He already told you this in the first scene of the movie.
I don't even know, like, because really he was standing there looking. He was scared to even go into a place.
When they broke the glass of the car that was outside, he ran inside. Why are you talking about stealing all of a sudden? Why does he keep trying to prove how gangster he is? Get your ass in the car. Be quiet. You don't have no reason to be mad. A real reason to be mad is that your ass left out the house when your daddy told you to keep your ass in the house.
Stay in the damn house.
Come on,
man. He's like we mentioned earlier, like he was like, which is we still can't figure out how old he's supposed to be in this movie because he was like, yo, when the riots in 65 happened, 68. Yeah, 68. He said when the riots in 68 happened, I was around your age.
It was in the year of the riots. I'm fucking weak. Hey, that's funny as fuck, bro. When the rise of 68 happened. Yeah, when the rise of 65 happened. That's funny as fuck, bro.
So he was like, we should be mad. And he was like, man, he's like, back then we burnt the whole neighborhood down and we didn't have nothing left. Like they didn't come and fixed it and all this like shit.
Right.
So he's looking at it from more of a mature type of way when his son is looking at it like, yo, I'm angry. We should be doing what everybody else doing. So then the blockade comes up. So real quick question. What's up?
When did his son get angry? At what point in the movie was he angry?
Well, I think the son was angry. I think he was angry from the beginning because he didn't want to live there with his dad. I think he felt like, but you know what it is, though?
I'm talking about the verdict. Like, I know he was angry because, you know what I'm saying, his mother and grandma passed and all that. And we seen at the beginning he didn't want to be there with his dad and stuff. So, like, we knew he was mad about that. But I'm saying, like, when the verdict came on, he didn't look angry. He looked scared.
He definitely was scared.
So where did the anger come from? He seems very easily influenced.
Well, yeah. But I also think that he doesn't. I think his mom and grandma's discipline was different from his dad.
Absolutely.
So he didn't.
Pressure seemed like a lot of tough love.
Yeah, it seemed like everything that he was doing, he meant well by everything that he was doing. Right. Maybe did he say everything like in the best way for his son to comprehend it? Maybe not. Right. But everything that he was trying to tell him meant well. Mm-hmm. So cops stopped them. They got an attitude, which to be expected with what is going on.
Right.
And we heard in different documentaries, different movies, they were protecting the good neighborhoods and downtown and shit like that. Yep. So he's like, hey, where are you going? He was like, yo, I'm going to work. And so they was like, well, let's license registration, all this type of shit. And then the son, who thinks he's a law major, Dad, you ain't got to get shit. You know what I mean? And he's like, get out of the car. We want to check and see if you got anything stolen in here. He was like, man, I told you I'm just going to work. Right. Dad, you got to get out the car. They can't make you get out the car. And so they was like, all right, both of y'all get out the car. So then they patting them down and shit. And so then a white family pull up. They shine the light in there. Keep it pushing.
Right.
So he's like, oh, so you stop us and you let them go? Now
during the fucking race ride, that's not gonna happen.
So then they got them slam him down, put handcuffs on him. Now he's sitting here crying about how the handcuffs too tight. And it's like, yo, if you would have just listened to your damn dad, none of this shit would happen.
Exactly.
But you want to be a hard ass, you know what I'm saying? Speak your mind in situations. Like, this is the thing. There's a time and a place for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know how to conduct yourself in certain situations. You can have problems with the police all fucking day,
Right.
But there's a time and a place where you do it. A time like that where tensions was as high as it was at that time. This is not the time for you to be sitting here acting the way that you're acting.
Right.
Listen to your dad. Shit would have went smoothly. Now you sit here, now when y'all get to leave, you're all, crying, emotional, and all this type shit. When none of that shit even had to happen, you put yourself through some shit that now you traumatized over some shit you ain't even got to be traumatized over.
But he thought he could go out there and steal TVs. Hey man, look, come on.
Listen, his skinny ass wasn't carrying no TV, but 1992. Man, them TVs was goddamn 70 pounds.
Fatback, them motherfuckers. You had to sit them on the thick table, nigga. Them motherfuckers. They made entertainment systems for TVs back then, bro. Wasn't no way he was carrying no motherfucking TV.
Hey, but all time, but when you had the floor TVs and you would put a TV on top of the floor TV, that was not working.
And then all the pictures would be around it.
Yeah, hey, but people don't understand, boy. That's so funny, but it's such a black household. When you had them,
I'm gonna tell you the ultimate black household. The ultimate black household was the floor model TV with the smaller TV on top with pictures and stuff all over it, with the statues. But one of the knobs was missing, so you had to turn it with a butter knife.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you had to turn it with a butter knife.
Don't forget about the aluminum foil on top of the goddamn.
Gotta have aluminum foil on the antennas. Better reception. Which is not true, by the way. I want to let everybody know that aluminum foil on your antenna is not for better reception. It actually fucks your reception up even more. Just to let people know. That is a very big fallacy.
But the whole point of me breaking that shit up was the reason that they just put a TV on top of that bitch because them bitches were too heavy to move.
Way too heavy, bro. Way too heavy.
They're like, fuck that, boy. We just gonna put a TV on top of that motherfucker.
That's a fact.
So then they get through that. They get to work. He tells it. First of all, you don't think it's funny that somebody was supposed to be working at this at the door, at the gate. So he knows the code to the gate, goes in, son got to use the bathroom. And what do you know? He runs into Scott Eastwood's brother, who's shaking up like a motherfucker. Pull a gun on him. He shaking like he got the tremors up in this bitch.
Right.
You can tell he never, been in that situation before. So it's like I'm watching this shit and I'm like, yo, everything that could go wrong is going wrong. Then Tyrese getting the shootout, drops the gun.
Oh no. Hey man, this nigga turned into the Black James Bond. Okay. First off, I know niggas that's in gangs. Gangs don't teach you these moves, bro. They don't teach you moves like that, man.
I was watching Shaft, man.
Come on, bro. This nigga hiding behind shit. He blending in with the shadows. This nigga rolling on the floor. this nigga dismantling, disarming niggas with guns. Like, come on, man. Like, what the fuck are we watching right now, bro? It's a lot. It was a lot.
It was. So long story short, because we ain't gotta do all this. So he gets Scott Eastwood, and then Ray Liotta comes over the intercom, like, yo, I got your son. Let's do a trade. Your son, my son. And he also took the starter converter or whatever out of the van so they couldn't start the van. So he was like, your son for my son and the starter converter. So now, because Scott Eastwood don't like his dad, we're gonna team up and come up with a plan.
Because where the fuck did that come from? First off, the nigga tied you up and gun butted you. Now all of a sudden you like, you know what? You kind of nice. Let's get this nigga out of here.
Yeah.
Just so you can have a cut of all this shit. Come on, man.
Like my dad is on that bullshit, so I'm gonna flip over to your side.
Yeah,
So
because
then,
he was fucking up the heist. Ray Liotta is sick of this bullshit.
Yeah, but also I think another reason, and let me be fair.
Mm-hmm.
So Tyrese saw, so the black guy that got his foot ran over, got his shit cut off. He's down there in agony. He's in pain.
Yeah. Ray
He's
Liotta said
crying.
enough of that shit.
Ray Liotta
He said enough of that shit. Enough of it. God damn it, shut the fuck up. Pow pow. It's enough.
So he shot him. And so anyway, Tyrese told him, like, hey, that he just shot that black man that was laying on the floor. So that's really why he was just like, yo, fuck my dad. Because now, like I said, the character development was terrible. If you wasn't paying attention, you wouldn't have saw it. So Scott Eastwood and the black guy was in the military together. Like when he was at home, it showed a picture of both of them in military uniforms. So I'm guessing 92. So they probably probably Desert Storm.
And not only that, this nigga got a pregnant girl at home.
True. This is true. So I think that the way that they made it seem he was more close with the black guy than he was with his dad. So he was like, all right, fuck that. We'll team up, get your son, and you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna break up out of here. So during that whole thing, his brother gets shot in the back. Now these dudes get the van, and these motherfuckers talk about taking this boy to the hospital. How the fuck y'all can go to the hospital
during a riot?
How the fuck?
I want everybody to be clear that this is all during a riot. All this shit is going down while fucking LA is burning to the fucking ground right now.
And these motherfuckers really think that they're gonna pull up at the hospital with a gunshot wound
like
in the back of
the van,
full of platinum.
Come on, bro.
How did he get shot? Well, we was robbing this fucking plant down the road.
Come on, bro.
Like, I'm really like, what is going on here? And so they're going down the road. There's a big shootout and shit. Ray Liotta is chasing them in Tyrese's car.
Yes.
I'm saying they got the keys to his car, but I guess he left them in the car, I guess. And so they're chasing them. The brother ends up dying. So now Scott Eastwood is pissed. So now I'm just gonna open up the door and just leave myself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot my dad now.
Yeah. So he's shooting at the car. He gets shot. Then he kills him. Yeah. Then he shoots his dad's buddy. And then his dad's like, oh man, you're gonna kill my guy. So now I'm gonna shoot you in the chest. So now shot. Now now they wrecked the car. I had to rewind it because I thought for a second I thought I had something for the pod. But when they crashed the van, when the first glimpse of it, it looked like it was like at least like a 2003 like Tahoe that they hit. So I had to rewind it, but it wasn't.
I was about to say, boy.
I reminded it wasn't. But it looked like it at first. Yeah. I was like, yo, you're not gonna tell me they crashed this bitch into a 2003 Tahoe. But it wasn't 2003. But so they wrecked, and so it's on the side, and Ray Liotta gets out the car and he's like, well, son, I tried to do my best with you. Just was never good enough. And then he pumped for him his son back. It's like, what the fuck, bro?
I mean, at this point, they shooting at each other. It's warranted.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but that's tough. So then Ray Liotta goes around to the side, see Tyrese climbing out the car. He was like, man, you fucked this all up for me and all this. And then the son come out and shoot this motherfucker.
And start shaking like. Hey, bro, these niggas got back in the car. This nigga Tyrese held his son's head and said, I'm sorry. Then they just drove off into the sunset. Meanwhile, it ain't nothing but dead bodies, a flipped over van, and hella, I don't know if it's gold or platinum,
it's
whatever the
platinum all over the ground.
Pick some of that shit up.
Yo, I'm sitting here like, you ain't gonna pick up none of these platinum bars after all of this shit, you're not gonna get nothing for it. You ain't even got a job, bro.
It's a riot going on right now, sir. There's a fucking riot going on. Pick that shit up. You gonna need that later.
Yo, I'm sitting here looking at this shit, and I'm like, yo, bro, you ain't gonna pick none of this stuff up. Every movie we've ever watched where there was a heist or anything going on,
somebody got something.
Exactly. Somebody always got something. Man, I was watching Rush Hour 2 the other day. And that motherfucker, when that lady, well, first of all, I would have did the same shit. So you remember at the part where Chris Tucker was about to fight the one girl at the Red Dragon, and then he was like, girl, it said something. And he was like, that looks really nice. And I would love to take out on a date. and then she started fighting his ass. And then anyway, she ended up getting him and she stabbed him in the chest. But but it didn't go through because he had the money in there. Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Every movie, man, you're gonna take something. You're gonna take something. And you're gonna sit there and not take nothing. All that platinum on the ground. Man, pick up a few of them balls, man. Keep it pushing.
You could have.
We moving out the hood, son.
Kind of shit. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Man. You could have moved away from all this shit, bro.
And he just left all that platinum on the ground. I mean, you stupid.
Drove off in his car with bullet holes.
Bullet holes all in the front. Putting your son in the seat where you just put a dead guy out of.
Come on, bro. Like, what we talking about?
Yo, man, listen. Yeah. Tyrese, the way he tried to sell this movie when he was going on, you know what I'm saying?
I told you I thought it was a new movie. I thought this shit was coming out. I didn't even know this shit was already out, bro.
Now I hate to kill it because you know Snoop is involved in this. I think this was a Death Row film, if I'm not mistaken.
Whoever made this movie,
yo, why would you do that?
It's the truth. This shit was horrible.
Oh man, okay. Where would they put it at? Let me see. I think. Hold on, wait a minute. What is that? Because I remember seeing at the beginning where I'm pretty sure it did say that it was a Death Row film. Yep, Death Row Pictures. Yep. So. Damn, Snoop. That's the thing, man. I be hating when, it be something that you be wanting to support. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like, where the thing where you be wanting the shit to be good, but then it be like, shit, man. It's just
this movie made $1 million opening weekend, almost 1.5.
Yeah, I saw that. But the budget wasn't even crazy.
It grossed almost 3. That lets you know
it was. Yeah, it don't even say. It don't even tell you. They don't even want you to know what the budget was, bro.
Because it wasn't no goddamn budget.
Yeah, they don't even tell you what the budget is.
They shot this shit with digital cameras. Got Tyrese and them involved and was like, hey, man, we just trying to make a movie, bro. We just trying to make a movie. Ray Liotta probably did this shit as a favor to Snoop Dogg.
Well, I mean, dude, but the thing about Ray Liotta, though, Ray Liotta did a lot of like hood type movies like that. Like Ray Liotta did, I don't know if you ever seen it, Slow Burn. Man, shit, that movie was led by LL Cool J and Mekhi Phifer, man.
I'm definitely not watching that.
Yo, like Ray Liotta be doing shit like that.
No, yeah, Ray Liotta he does. Well, he did all type of like anytime you needed somebody to play like a villain or anytime you just needed somebody to be in the movie, like Ray Liotta, he seemed like he was one of those dudes that was just like he liked to act. So, you know what I'm saying? Like he loved acting. So whatever he got a chance to act, he was gonna do it. Whatever it was, like whatever challenge you threw his way, like he was gonna take it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like Ray Liotta kind of thing, like the guy, like like Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
like they just
Yep.
love the art. They don't
Yeah.
care.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna get an Oscar for it or any type of shit like that, like they just really like to work and like really like to do things for the art.
Right.
Yo,
Right.
Ray Liotta was in that. Yo, you remember when we were talking about that movie 50 Cent lost all that weight for? All things fall
Yeah.
apart. Ray Liotta was in that shit.
Yeah. He's done some movies where you was like, bro, how the fuck did Ray Liotta get in this?
This is very true. I'm sitting here looking at his damn catalog, bro, and it's just a lot of just shit, man. Like,
It's anything. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like he
it's
was one of
all
them
over the
dudes that was
place.
like, man, if you let me in this movie, I'm gonna give you a great performance, but I'm willing to take on any challenge. That's what it seems like. Same with Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson seems like whatever the challenge is, he's willing to take it because he knows like this is something different. This is something new. This is something that I probably haven't done before. I want to be able to broaden my horizons and show my range. And like those two have that like similar thing where they just like you will find Samuel Jackson in the movie that ain't got nothing to do with what you used to seeing Samuel Jackson in.
But he will also do some shit. Like I was watching the Kill Bills again.
Yeah,
And in the second Kill Bill, dude, he only had like one line. Well, he was the piano man when
yeah.
they were doing the little rehearsal for the wedding rehearsal joint. Like he was just in the movie, but like him and Quentin Tarantino, they just got a relationship. You know what I mean? So he's just like,
Man,
yo,
Sam was in The Kingsman with a lisp.
yeah, yeah. But I was just meaning like I like just something just as small as like, yo, just
Yeah,
fly
but
down here
I'm
and just
saying I'm saying like just because I agree with you. I'm saying like just as far as like just the things that he'll do. Like think about that. He's in the Kingsman movie as the villain, but he got a lisp. Like this nigga is basically Russell Simmons in that movie. Go back and watch that movie. That nigga got
the
he
hat.
got the yeah, like he wearing the sweatsuits and shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Sam is he's one of those guys, bro, that like when he if you come up to Samuel, I feel like if you come up to Samuel Jackson and you go, hey man, I got this idea. He like, let's do it. He don't care what it is, let's do it. Can I put my own spin on it? Then all right, let's do it.
Okay. I got one question before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Just switch it to another person. Do you think Scott Eastwood have a chance to be even equal to his dad? Do you think
No,
he got a shot?
no.
I was thinking the same thing.
And the only reason I say no is not because he don't have like the skill or anything for it or like the talent for it. I feel like during the time when Clint Eastwood was becoming Clint Eastwood, it was a different time in Hollywood. And it weren't that many like Hollywood made stars then. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And Clint Eastwood got a lot of his fame from doing like westerns and shit like that.
Westerns and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Scott Eastwood isn't really known for having a specific genre. And also, this is a time where like Hollywood don't really make stars no more. You know
I
what I'm
feel you.
saying? Yeah, like Clint Eastwood, like when people were watching Clint Eastwood, like they was looking at he was always the hero. He was always the badass. Like he was always the guy that, you know what I'm saying? Like he had a certain role that he was playing. Now, when you look at certain movies, like you have some of those guys that do that. Like for instance, what's the nigga name that we forgot in the fucking action? What's the name? And I'm
Jason
forgetting it now.
Statham.
Thank you, Jason Statham. Jason Statham is always going to be the hero, no matter what happens. Every movie he's in, it's the same thing,
Yeah.
but you don't feel a way about it because you don't see him in anything else. Even if it's a comedy, he's going to be whooping somebody's ass.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious, he was the bad guy. He whooped somebody's ass, start becoming the hero. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna play the same role every time. Clint Eastwood, I don't feel like he plays that Like he don't. I really don't see him in much anyway. But when I do see him, it's like he's playing different shit.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like at that time though, like with Clint Eastwood, it was a thing of like you had certain actors do certain shit, right? Like, so you had the one guy who was like the lover boy. You got Clint Eastwood who was like the cowboy, the Western guy, and then you had another guy who was I don't know the dude that played all the monsters or all the like vampires and shit. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like they had certain people playing certain stuff. So when it came to that, I think like his fame was sort of like built for him, right? Like they kind of paved the road for him to be able to become that movie star. And then by the time like we get to where you see Clint Eastwood doing shit,
directing movies and shit.
Yeah, but I mean, like even in the one he did about him being the old man and he had the shotgun and shit, like it's the same.
Oh, Gran Torino.
Yeah, it's the same fucking role he's always played. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't shift from that. With Scott Eastwood, I don't think he got that.
Yeah, I think the only thing he got, and then like I say, I don't even think he'll even reach it. Is like maybe becoming a director like his dad, because like you got to understand, like this dude starred and directed $1 Million Baby, and that shit got all kind of accolades. Not saying that it wasn't deserving, but it was just to be at that age to still start, because like Clint Eastwood is old, bro.
And see, that's what I'm saying. By the time he got the $1 Million Baby, he was already Clint Eastwood. But even then, like if you watch that, he's still whatever the fuck the character is the same as it's always been, just this hard, gritty, you know what I'm saying, like to the earth dude. So it's like
he's the same guy all the time.
Yeah, Scott. It's just like Scott never has had, to me at least, Scott never has had a role to where like he can consistently be that type of character.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just curious because like just watching the parents and then watching the kids, and it's like seeing a trajectory of like what can the kids surpass their parents and all types of little shit like that. So it's just interesting to watch a lot of these movies, man. But like that's also the same way it is like with sports and shit. It's like we sit here we watch the dads, and now we're watching the sons, and then you learning new stuff. Sometimes you can look at a motherfucker and like may not know, and they're like something just familiar about that. Just like Jack Nicholson's son. Yeah, I kept looking at them. I'm like, God, man, he looks familiar. Like something about his face looked familiar. And then I got that IMDb. Fucking Jack Nicholson.
I mean, the Quaid kid that played in The Boys.
Yeah. We already talked about him because he's Meg Ryan's son too.
Yeah, well, I know his last name Quaid, but I was just saying, like, I didn't even know that was Dennis Quaid's son.
Yeah, I didn't know until I started watching The Boys.
Right. But it's just like you said, it's one of those things like, damn, he kind of looked familiar, and then when you figure it out, you're like, oh, okay, that's makes sense now. But like I just think it's really just because of the time that it is. I think like if this was maybe mid 90s or early 2000s, I feel like he could possibly like get there.
But I will say, I don't know how much the Eastwood name is helping him. He's not really like starring in anything really. Like he's always
because Clint Eastwood was also an asshole. Many people don't know about that. He was a racist asshole. So there's probably a lot of people looking at this nigga like, yeah, you gonna pay for what your daddy did. Sins of the father, little nigga.
Yo, I was looking him up today, but that motherfucker got a ton of siblings. Clint Eastwood was moving out here, but
I bet he
was moving. This motherfucker got a sister. I think a sister almost in her 70s, bro.
Bro, do you know how big Clint Eastwood was?
Oh, Clint Eastwood was the guy back in the day.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like he was like how he was like how fucking Frank Sinatra was, nigga.
Oh yeah, the ladies love Clint Eastwood.
Absolutely. And at the time that he was doing that shit, like he was like that red-blooded American male type shit, all that. Like he was like the face of fucking masculinity. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but he was moving out here in these streets, but
Clint Eastwood was hot at the time where it was cool to smoke cigarettes. Think about that. That's when you could slap your woman and not go to jail. So yeah, that nigga was the face of all that.
Yeah, I agree.
Tell you a lot. That tells you a lot. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and go into the coming soon. I don't know what happened. There we go. A slight little problem there. We good though.
Yeah, we gotta do the 5 flames first though.
Yeah.
Yoga fire, yoga flame.
What you got?
I give it a 2.
Damn, you beat me to it. I was gonna say the same thing. This shit is horrible. This movie was horrible. The cast is the only thing that stopped me from giving this a 1. It was the cast that's all it was. Everything else about this movie, none of this shit makes sense. This is a horrible time to do a heist. This is an even worse time to leave your house and go to your job. I don't know what the fuck made him think that was a great idea. The son, he didn't listen for shit. Trying to gangbang during the riot, that was a horrible idea. All of this shit was just bad. This is just to me, this is just a bad movie.
I agree.
All right, man. Let's get into let's do the coming soon.
Let's do it.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
All right, man. Next episode, we have an appreciation episode. We are doing the one and only Lorenz Tate, man. We're going to be giving Lorenz Tate his flowers. We're going to be talking about his career, his beginnings, you know what I'm saying, where he is currently. And we're just going to be bigging him up, man.
Yeah, because he definitely deserves it. He's one of those guys where we should have done him earlier. Yeah. Like, it's surprising that we haven't even mentioned him. Like, and I think I was sitting there, what I was doing when I had put this on the list, Dead Presidents, man. I was looking at Dead Presidents, and I was like, wow, we have not showed Lorenz Tate no fucking love. So I was like, man, let me add him down on there. Because he got, oh my God, but 90s? You want to talk about somebody on one? That's a dude we forget to mention him when it comes to the 90s. This motherfucker was, Lorenz Tate was in a lot of stuff, bro. A lot of stuff. A lot of hits, too. Like, he didn't miss.
Right.
Man, this motherfucker go from Dead Presidents to Love Jones.
Right.
Like, he was all over the place. So, yeah, definitely going to give him his appreciation.
Absolutely, man. So, tune in with us next week. Next episode where we get into the career of Lorenz Tate. If you enjoyed this episode, if you didn't enjoy this episode, if you two were wondering why niggas were trying to pull off a heist during the riot, hit us up and let us know on our socials. You can hit us up individually on X or Twitter. You can find me, Scoots Bronson. I got a link tree in my bio. And you can follow us. You can follow me everywhere else there.
And y'all can find me at s.foster8 on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Follow the podcast 28 minutes or less. And that's all I got, man.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. And remember, without you, there could be no us. And until the next episode, like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.